Don't forget the doc. Several network participants recently called into Dr. Rick Wright's Old School Sundays radio show. Check this out.
Well, it's time to run out to Boston, Massachusetts and find the richest guy in the music entertainment business. I mean, he's a walking genius. A walking genius. He is the assistant director of the Berklee School of Music, Boston, Massachusetts, one of the most prestigious music schools in America, but in the whole world, out in Boston, Massachusetts, where they sell legal seafood.
Oh, yes, they do.
And it's John Kellogg of Cameo.
How you doing, Dr. Wright?
And what's that group, the New Decade, here in Syracuse back in the 1970s?
Oh, yeah, and I need to give a shout-out to Timmy Nelson and Melvin Jameson, Sister Cummings, Paulette Brooks, everybody that was in New Decade.
Oh, the English Inn.
Oh, yes, and Debs.
And Debs in Syracuse back in the 1970s, huh?
Yeah, that's a throwback.
Man, I tell you, y'all used to rock that club on a Saturday night, man.
Oh, yeah, Syracuse, we had a great time. We had a great time.
I mean, y'all used to knock them dead, huh?
That's right.
I remember the New Decade, in comes the Root Doctor, Little Willie Gatewood, man, on saxophone, and Joe Cutchins, man, of the 1970s. Right. And y'all did Debs, too, huh?
Sure we did.
Hey, what about the Shangri-La East?
The Shangri-La East, we opened that club up back in, I think, in 1972, around Christmas time. We did a set there. It was fantastic.
Oh, man, that was a dynamite spot right there on University Avenue and Erie Boulevard. It was a Chinese restaurant, man.
It sure was.
It turned into a nightclub, man. Syracuse had some dynamite nightclubs in that era, man.
They really did.
Well, look, John, reintroduce yourself to the Power 106.9 radio audience.
Thank you, Dr. Wright. Hello, Power 106.9 listeners. John Kellogg here with The Biz, a report on the business behind the music, because everybody knows somebody in the music business. Dr. Wright, I heard you play an Aretha Franklin cut earlier today.
Yeah, I played a little Aretha, man. Freeway of Love, Love. Yeah, Aretha Franklin, the daughter of Reverend C.L. Franklin, sisters Carolyn and Irma Franklin, man. By the way, Aretha was here in Syracuse.
I was going to ask, didn't you MC a show by her recently?
Yes, we had Aretha Franklin here as part of the M&T Jazz Festival at Onondaga Community College this past summer, and guess how many people showed up for the show?
That's fantastic. Well, you know, Aretha
hey, John.
Yeah.
Guess how many people showed up for the show?
How many?
Over 40,000 people showed up.
My goodness. Where was that? Outside?
Yeah, outside. Onondaga Community College, man. I'm telling you, it was the biggest traffic jam in the history of Syracuse, New York, man. And the Black Lights opened up for her, man. Aretha Franklin.
I remember the Black Lights. Fantastic group.
What a show, man. Well,
that's right.
Let me let you get on with your cognitive knowledge for this number one radio audience in all of Central New York and the world on Power 106.9 Radio. Teach me about the music industry, John Kellogg, lawyer.
Well, you know, we're going to talk about Aretha Franklin today. She's the subject of our Biz Report. Aretha's got 3 albums coming out this year.
3?
3 albums. She's got one collection of oldies called Rare and Unreleased Recordings from the golden reign of the Queen of Soul. She's also got a live album called Oh Me Oh My, Aretha Franklin Live in Philly, 1972, which is a set that was recorded at a Black Radio Announcers Convention back in 72. What was the name of that organization of Black radio announcers back in the day, Dr. Wright? You remember the name?
Yes, NATRA, the National Association of Television and Radio Announcers. Yes.
I bet you were at that concert and at that convention, Dr. Wright, where she recorded that live performance that's just been released, so you might want to pick that up.
Oh, yes, if it's Aretha Franklin, man, I gotta have it, man. I got to have it.
All right. She's also releasing her last album on Clive Davis's label, J Records, titled Jewels in the Crown, All-Star Duets with the Queen. That album features a duet with Fantasia called Put You Up on Game that I'm sure you're playing on 106.9. And here's the big biz news. Aretha is starting her own record label. Her own record label. She announced that her next album, titled Aretha, A Woman Falling Out of Love, will be released next year on her own label, Aretha's Records.
Hey, man, Aretha Franklin, man, has got 5 PhDs in music, man.
Oh, she's got it naturally. You know, this new album coming up is going to include new recordings written by such hit makers as Anita Baker's producer, Michael Powell, Troy Taylor, and Gordon Chambers, who wrote the Isley Brothers' last hit, Just Came Here to Chill. You remember that one?
Oh, yeah, Just Came Here to Chill.
That was a great record, and that was a great album, by the way, so I'm sure that new album is going to be dynamite. But more big news. Aretha says that the album may only be for sale on the Internet.
Oh!
That's right, and I can understand why. For one thing, it's hard to find good record stores these days. I just went to one of the big electronic stores yesterday to buy some CDs for Christmas gifts, and I really had a hard time finding what I wanted. The CD sections in these stores seem to be shrinking more and more. I've even heard that one of the big box electronic stores is considering doing away with selling CDs altogether in favor of DVDs and video games. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Oh, what happened to 45s, man, and vinyl?
Oh, and 8-tracks?
And 8-tracks.
Another reason why artists want to sell direct on the Internet is that they can put more money in their pockets. I like to say they can put more profit in the pocket.
Oh, more profit in the pocket. Oh,
that's
kick
right.
it, John. Kick it, baby.
In other words, Power 106.9 listeners, you better get an iPod for Christmas and get ready to download the music you like. Because if artists like Aretha are going to start releasing their albums on the Internet only, you can bet more artists will consider this option too.
Oh.
Well, that's it for this week. Remember, if you have any questions or comments about the business of music, email me at musicbusinessnewsandviews@comcast.net. That's musicbusinessnewsandviews@comcast.net. And this is John Kellogg with The Biz, reminding you every time the music gets played, somebody gets paid. And if you're a songwriter, artist, or producer, you should get paid, not played.
I got you. Aretha Franklin, John Kellogg.
You've got it, Dr. Wright. Good talking with you.
Oh, my, I'm a fool for you. Stand by, John. Stand by.
The network reminds you that you too may call in to Dr. Rick Wright on Sundays between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check in with the doc at area code 315-428-1069. Don't forget the doc.